All right, and we're back. Hilo Podcast Episode 3, Finals Edition, Finals Preview Edition. We're here, the normal three. Michael, the GOAT. The god of the cast, but the god of the pod. You guys want to introduce yourselves?
Yo, what's up? This is Artin, the only one who gets takes right. You guys both chose the Bucks.
I didn't. I chose the Raptors.
No, you didn't. That's not true. Last podcast, I swear you chose the Bucks.
Yeah, but in the original one, I said Raptors 6. You can go run it back.
That doesn't count. Cole, what do you have to say for yourself?
I chose the Raptors.
That's not. Don't Palinka. Okay. All right. You know what? Let's just get started. This is. So we gotta talk about.
Oh no! I just want to say something quick. You guys are gonna see a cover or like a sort of title page for this podcast here, and I just want to say that grossly misrepresents our bodies. I do not look anything like TJ fucking Leaf.
I didn't make you TJ Leaf because you look like TJ Leaf. I made you TJ Leaf because you guys are exactly the same in terms of basketball skill.
Is he still in the league?
Yeah, I think he's on Indiana.
I know. I just didn't know if he. I don't know if he is still on the team.
Well, it goes to show you that LeVar was right. Lonzo makes people better. That's why I'm Lonzo. Okay. Now
good joke, bud.
Onto the podcast.
We all know that I'm Lonzo, bro.
You're a 2017 Evan Turner.
That's one of the most ridiculously.
You're like a 2015 Allen Crabbe.
That's one of the most disrespectful. Don't ever compare me to Evan Turner again. I will leave this.
I know how much you hate him.
Allen Crabbe was rated the worst player in 2K and NBA 2K15.
Yeah, and rightfully so.
He was like a 48 overall.
That's awful. That's so
Shout out to Allen Crabbe.
Okay.
What? No, not in 2K15. He didn't get that big contract in 2K15. Oh,
yeah,
no,
he was on
2016. Must have played well. No, he played for another team and he was good. And then they I think Brooklyn gave him $70 million or something. Wait, okay. I think he played for Portland.
So we gotta talk about the playoffs. First up, let's talk
he played
about
for
Portland and the Warriors. Obviously, the Warriors swept, even though they were down more than 10 points in 3 of the games.
Portland was not a Western Conference Finals team. That's what we learned.
Well, Denver was not a 2 seed, so
Yeah, but they just got lucky, and I think Denver would have given Golden State a better fight. I don't think they obviously are better because they lost, but I think they match up a lot better. The Blazers are just the worst Warriors. They play the exact same way. They have 2 guards dominate the ball, and then they have a bunch of role players and one guy who does I guess they don't have a Draymond, which made a big difference, but Nurkic is supposed to be the Draymond, right?
Well, I think even after this, they're still being kind of underrated. Bottom line, they were ahead in a lot of these games, and you can say they weren't even trying, but
the difference between a good and a bad team. I mean, a good and a great team is exactly what happened. Portland's a good team, but they're not a contender. Contenders close those games out, right? We saw the same thing with Milwaukee. Milwaukee just wasn't built for that moment. Milwaukee's a way better team than Portland, but they weren't built for that moment. Dame, as much as I love Dame, I do think he's underrated. He was neutralized pretty easily by packing the paint. That's just what it is.
You know, it sucks because I feel like Portland is a really easy team to like.
Yeah, because they're not that good.
Portland.
Small market.
You're never worried that Portland is going to beat your team in a series until it actually happens.
Yeah, I guess. And I mean, getting swept by the Warriors is not the worst thing in the world.
Unless you're LeBron.
Unless you're LeBron.
Nice.
It's true though. Like that's bad on his resume. Come on.
Do you think that was the best basketball of Draymond Green's career?
I think the best basketball he ever played in his career was Game 7 Finals 2016 when he dropped 32 points in that triple-double.
What about on like a bigger scale?
Like
over a series, let's say.
Great. He was pretty great throughout the entirety of the 2016 season. You had people saying he was a top 10 player in the league, but I mean, like since then, yeah, easily. Like he was playing like he was like the reason that he had all those accolades when he was younger was like that's because he played like that regularly, or even though maybe a little worse, but still at that like type of level, right? Like that's just what it is. I think he had slacked so hard this year and then last year the regular season that it was almost kind of crazy to see him like actually do it, you know?
Yeah, I guess. And the thing about that is now when KD comes back, they're probably gonna keep a lot of that, regardless. So they'll probably be even better than before.
Yeah, but when KD comes back, you can kind of do like the defense can like the Raptors can kind of do like the Rockets thing where you switch everything and just like force KD to ISO, and that kind of neutralizes the rest of the team, right?
Is that what they
like
did?
Yeah, basically what they do is they just hug Steph and Clay, switch everything, because it's like the theory is this, right? There's no one on your team that can guard Kevin Durant. No one can guard Kevin Durant. So why do you care who's guarding him? He's going to make or miss depending on if he makes or misses, as long as the guy guarding him plays tough defense. Like, he's still going to get his shot off. He's probably going to get to the spot he wants. You might as well just put whoever on him, have him guard them, and let him go for 50. But if he goes for 50, then Steph has 20 and instead of 40, and then you have a chance to win.
So who's guarding Steph and Clay? One of them would be Danny Green. And then would Lowry have to chase Steph around?
No, I think they're going to put Lowry on Iguodala until KD comes back. You put him on like the least.
No, because Lowry's not bad. Lowry's not terrible on defense, and he gives.
Lowry's a good defender, but like, can he run around for that long?
I believe he can. I believe he's not like a great on-ball defender. I think he's a better off-ball defender.
I get that because he can get into lanes and stuff, get steals, interceptions and stuff.
I think Kyle Lowry was horrendous against the Sixers on offense because he spent the whole time chasing around JJ Redick.
That's true.
The same thing is going to happen to him if they put him on Clay or Steph. And also, if you put him on Clay, like it doesn't matter if he's on Clay. Clay's just going to shoot over top of him.
Yeah,
so then do you put him on
Clay.
Steph Curry?
You can't put him on Clay.
Like, do you put him on Steph Curry? Do you like risk Steph Curry going one of his crazy 27-point quarter runs where he just blows you out of the water and makes it like a 25-point game because Kyle Lowry's on him? Or before you don't have that luxury, do you just go put him on Iguodala? Like, if Iguodala can drop 30, then like okay, like that happens. But like,
I don't know. I'm thinking like Lowry's always been really good against like big guys. He's always been really good at defending big guys. Maybe you even think about putting him on Draymond.
I think they're gonna put Kawhi on Draymond before KD comes back, because if you can neutralize Draymond as the playmaker by just making it impossible for him to get the ball, the Warriors become a lot less scary. And I think Kawhi can do that by just like guarding him really close and making sure he doesn't get the chance.
So you think Kawhi on Draymond and then Siakam and Danny Green on Steph and Clay?
I think Siakam will most likely guard the center because, or I guess, yeah, Siakam will have, I can see Siakam on Clay, actually.
That makes sense.
That would be a good matchup.
Yeah, because Siakam will run around forever.
Yeah, he doesn't actually have stamina. It's just like an infinite amount. He could run around the world and just...
Man, you know what though? That the Raptors starting line is like they're all defense capable players. Even Lowry.
The Raptors are the only team in the league with the personnel to stop the Warriors. Are they going to? Probably not, but they have like the best chance of all of them. You know?
All right, you know what? We're getting a little off track here. Let's talk about Raptors Bucks.
Well, all I'm gonna say is that it just proved my point over and over again that the best player in the league is the
For me, what stood out more was Coach Bud.
Yeah, he refused to change anything. He was going a little Dwayne Casey.
To me, he looked a lot like D'Antoni.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just like he almost like acting like your problem doesn't exist.
Yeah, they kept going, oh, we won 60 games. We're the best team in the league. We're just gonna keep doing what we're doing, as it continued to not work more and more.
And you know what? Giannis was lucky he made a lot more threes than he should have, and still like it didn't look good on him.
Yeah, you take those though, right? Like the Raptors are probably hoping that he's shooting threes.
Yeah, and he made them.
I think, but yeah, basketball thing with Kawhi. I want to play a game, okay? If you switch any player on in the league, you take Kawhi off that team, you put him in on the team. There's no one who would have won that series except for him, because they need a guy who could give you 30 and lock down Giannis. There's no one except for him that can do that.
You're right.
Does that not make him the best player? Because you can swap him for Durant. The Warriors still pretty as good as they are.
I've actually come onto your side, Mike, because something that really is starting to piss me off is when everyone says, "Well, Kawhi's the best two-way player in the game."
Yeah,
the game is played two ways.
And I understand if people don't like they bring up playmaking, but like he's only getting better at it by the game.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. I just feel like people have no respect for defense.
I think his defense.
Well, Kawhi is the best defender in the NBA, but number one, he doesn't shoot the three ball well enough, and number two, he's not the best playmaker on his team even. So I don't know how you can call him the best.
Is Kevin Durant the best playmaker on his team?
How can you talk about? How can you say he doesn't shoot the three well enough?
He's not by far the best offensive player on his team.
Yeah, he is.
There's two guys on this team that can go for 40 and a quarter, and you're telling me he's by far the best?
Yeah.
Steph Curry just averaged 35 points in a series. The most anyone has ever averaged in a sweep. And you're telling me he's by far the best.
In terms of he can literally do anything on the court at any time, yeah.
I'm talking about overall offensive output. He's the best. He's not by far.
Okay, well, let's just say he's the best.
Yeah, but I think, like, at the end of the day, like, if you put the ball in his hands, like, Kawhi can make plays. He's not a point guard, but, like, he's not asked to be a point guard. Like, not everyone is LeBron, where they just become the point guard of the team they're at because they're that good at passing.
And the team still is pretty average when Steph is out.
Yeah.
Because I don't think either of them can really control the game like that. I don't think KD or Kawhi can really, like, be the engine of the team.
No, when KD starts playing point guard, they're not that good.
And same with Kawhi.
The thing, you know what it really is, though? It really is just that it's more that it's more about the fact that KD just looks a lot better when he's playing. Like, he looks smoother, he looks better.
That makes sense. His offense just looks better, even though it isn't necessarily better. Because Kawhi's getting the same numbers as him. Kawhi's just as efficient. He's scoring from all over the floor as well. But he's also got the defense on you. He's got the defense on everyone. He's literally the best defender. And you know what? KD being out and them playing this well is not helping his case.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I just think that the guy is just like, when you watch KD play, like, he just looks so like he just looks unstoppable, right? Like, it looks like Kawhi's working a lot harder for his shots, but they still go in no matter what.
It just helps that KD's like literally 7 feet.
Oh, yeah, like he's a 7 foot Kobe. Like, you You don't get that.
Which sucks, because, like, Kawhi's locking down. You called him perimeter Shaq the other day. I thought that was really good.
It is. It's true. And, like, bro, there's only one guy ever to lock down perimeter, like Shaq himself. And I think it's a really good comparison for who Kawhi is in this era. And the only guy who's ever completely, like, erased Shaq's like impact from a series is Hakeem, and I think you can draw a lot of comparisons between Kawhi and Hakeem. They're more like reserved guys who are super fundamental, and they were never the icon of their era, but they were the best player for a while. It took, Michael Jordan retiring, but like for Kawhi, I think he's just an unsung hero on that point because he's not like a marketable superstar. Like the NBA doesn't want Kawhi Leonard to be the best player in the league. They want it to be LeBron or KD because they're more fun to watch and they're in more interesting personalities.
It's a real shame.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, if the Raptors win the championship, and he plays, he's the reason why, there won't be a debate anymore.
Maybe we'll finally get a damn Christmas game.
Did we not get a Christmas Day game this year?
No,
we've never gotten a Christmas Day game, no.
We were first seed last year.
No, but I mean, like,
games.
No one wants to watch DeMar DeRozan, but like I don't know why it wasn't Spurs Raptors on Christmas. That would have been like it's a perfect narrative. You know?
Did Portland didn't get a game?
Portland got a game. They played
no
OKC.
Way. Oh.
They played OK? No, hold on.
OKC probably played like New York or something.
Lakers
Golden
played State.
Houston. No, the Blazers played the Jazz.
Okay, that's ridiculous because Portland's such a small market.
Rudy Gobert got it over us.
Bro, he probably cried for it, man.
Oh, you know what? We should talk about All NBA.
All right, let's do that then. What do you guys think of the? What do you guys think about the? What do you guys think about the All NBA teams?
I don't want to talk about it.
First of all, Westbrook should not be in there.
LeBron should.
He shouldn't. His team didn't make the playoffs. He shouldn't have been higher than any of the four guys.
Kyrie, just like
should have been there.
Great, you scored 25 points. Great. You also destroyed a franchise.
That wasn't all his fault. There's a lot of problems there. Terry Rozier thought he was better than Kyrie Irving. That's like a problem that you have.
Whatever. Poor Clay. Clay is rightfully mad.
I don't know. Clay was pretty terrible at the beginning of the year, and it's a whole year thing.
He was terrible for like 3 weeks, man.
I don't know. I think Jimmy Butler deserved more of a Clay. Jimmy Butler was balling.
And also centers like Rudy.
They need to get rid of that thing where it's like we need actual 5-position teams. Like there's not even real 5-position teams in the NBA anymore.
Just like
it's a point guard, 3 wings, and a center. Yeah, they do with the rookie teams. Like, why do you need to? Like, come on. Like all defense too. Like the second team all defense would smoke the first team all defense. Like, did you see the second team all defense?
Bro, Bledsoe was in the first.
I know.
Is he even a good defender?
He's a good defender. He's not better than he's not better than Ben Simmons at defending. He's not better at
friggin' Marcus Smart.
No, Smart is legit. No, Smart should have been on the team. I don't know if he should have been on the defense. Just because you don't like him doesn't mean he's not good.
That his whole thing is defense. Or at least it was for a bit. I feel
LeBron didn't make it because he missed so many games. Marcus Smart was out like 20 games.
At the end of the year, though, he already kind of cemented it.
Also, LeBron made the team. Like, what are you whining about?
Yeah. Okay.
Should have been at least second team.
Are you telling me right now that LeBron had a better year than Paul George?
No, but Paul George was first team.
Did
he have a better year than Giannis, Kevin Durant, or Kawhi?
No.
So
then why would he be on?
So what's the problem?
You just named everyone. You just named everyone on the first team. I didn't say first.
We just named everyone on the first and second team.
Those are the 4 forwards. No,
He did not have a better year than KD. Come on.
Bring up the stats. Bring up the statistics.
I don't
Bring
care
up
about
the
the
wins,
statistics. He missed like
didn't-
What do you
30
mean you don't
games.
care about the statistics?
He missed like 30 games and his team came 11th.
Yeah, like, come on. Like, we're not doing this. Like, that's ridiculous. They're gonna get, like, DeRozan next year, and they'll be good. I don't know. Bradley Beal, something like
They
that.
should go for Bradley Beal.
No, they're getting Kyrie and AD.
Oh, Kyrie's going, isn't he? He's been like all over LA and like eating dinner with LeBron and all that.
If Kyrie goes to LA, I'll be really happy. I like them as a duo. They're a lot of fun.
It'll
Damn
look good
right.
on Kyrie. It'll be like, all right, you learned your lesson. Now you're just trying to get back to winning.
Yeah, I feel it. I mean, I just worry. I don't know if he's gonna go now though. After that article came out,
What article?
the article about how the Lakers
Oh,
are.
the Lakers. I was thinking of Kyrie.
Yeah.
About how the Lakers are just. I mean, all that article did was confirm everything that like we've been talking about for a while now.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like now that it's in writing, like, are people really gonna, you know?
My favorite was the part about the coaching staff or the training staff or whatever who were like, "What are we doing? Why are we not signing shooting and just getting every basket case left in the NBA?"
I don't get that, man. Like they could have gone with, like, a bunch of shooters, man, like Wayne Ellington and you know, Anthony
They
Culver.
signed,
Like, they're not great guys.
JaVale
against
and
Super Bowl.
Rondo.
Bro, that sending Brooke Lopez away for JaVale was interesting, to say the
You know,
least.
they would be so good with Brooke Lopez as a center.
When they got Brooke Lopez like coming off of his best year in Brooklyn, so I don't know why you wouldn't just.
No, all right.
Granted, he didn't play well with them. He didn't play well.
Well, I mean, like, when like, shooters usually play well with LeBron, though. Like, that's a very obvious thing, and
He's a very LeBron like type player in
yeah.
terms of being a
You guys
teammate.
want to know something crazy?
What?
That Brooke Lopez had more blocks than Kevin Garnett and more threes than Kobe this year. Neither of them ever had.
Because he just goes for every single block. That's why he gets posterized every game. He always goes for the block. I respect it, man. Him and Jakob Pertl and like Alex Len get posterized every single game because they just go for
Giannis got
every single
posterized
block.
a few times this year, eh?
Who?
Giannis got posterized a couple times this year.
Yeah, because he does it too. He goes for every block.
He got posterized like 3 times in the Eastern Conference Finals.
That Kawhi dunk at the end of Game 7 was incredible, man.
He shouldn't even
It's
jump.
pretty
He was
legendary.
he had no business getting even close to Kawhi.
Yeah, but I respect that he tried, man. That's why I respect Brook Lopez getting posterized every day. At least he's trying. Yeah, like he knows he's gonna be embarrassed, but he's still gonna go for it.
Yeah, I feel that. I'd definitely rather have that guy than the guy who's thinking about, am I gonna get posterized? Like,
Yeah, exactly. Like some people will literally back away from the. I'm pretty sure LeBron does that sometimes. He just backs away.
all the
Shut
time.
up. He's 30. He's 34. He doesn't get injured.
Should we just make the rest of this podcast just making fun of LeBron? Listen to Cole's voice raise, voice get higher.
I'm so happy Cole is on this podcast because like I feel like you need that LeBron lover perspective.
Yeah, I feel that. We
That's
can
like
talk about how
75% of
LeBron
NBA fans.
Yeah, even though he's a fraud. Honestly,
Who's a fraud?
LeBron, bro, Mario Chalmers carried him to those titles in Miami.
He left the Discord. Come on.
I had to leave. I heard Mario Chalmers and LeBron's a fraud, and I had to leave for a second.
Dude,
Mario
imagine
Chalmers
if you
is
replaced Mario Chalmers with Kyle Lowry.
Oh, 0 titles.
Oh, come on.
Kyle
He's
Lowry
about
would
to
try-
have a title without LeBron.
No.
Raptors in 3.
In 3?
Yeah, the Warriors are going to forfeit game 4 because they're going to be so scared. Lowry always plays his best games against the Warriors. That's a fact.
Is that why they did? He hadn't beaten the Warriors like for the first like 6 years of his career or something.
No, because the second best player was Norman Powell.
True. I respect that.
No, but he gets
Honestly,
I think his career high is against the Warriors. He always plays well against the Warriors.
You know who actually always does play well against the Warriors though?
Kawhi Leonard.
Well, he plays well against everyone. The gasoline man.
Does he? Oh well, I guess they have no one
Yeah,
to deal with him.
he's given. I don't know if it's still will because now he's an old man, but he like throughout like his time in Memphis, the he gave those Warriors a real hard problems with his physical defense.
You think Boogie's gonna come back?
Yeah, I think he'll be back later in the series, but I don't know how good he's gonna be because he's already in bad shape. So, like, I don't know. That's the thing about KD too. Is like KD's been out for a while. Hasn't been working on or anything. Like at the end of the games, is he gonna be able to like have the legs to hit shots?
No, maybe you play him off the bench.
Boogie, you don't know about
Maybe
Boogie
even
Cousins, man.
KD.
He's not coming off the bench.
Depending on KD's health, you might have to give him a smaller role like that. And you know what? That would work for
I
him.
promise you right now, for a franchise that's just trying to keep Kevin Durant, telling him, "Hey, man, we're gonna bring you off the bench, even though you're an MVP in his prime." It's not a great move.
But I'm
It's
talking
not.
like if he's barely ready to play.
No, then you just sit him. You're still a good team. Like until he's 100%. But like you just can't get into basketball shape until you're playing the games. And that's just like a given.
Yeah, I guess.
That's all. I don't know. I think yeah, I think that's gonna be interesting, but I don't know. But yeah, all NBA team I thought were good. I think Westbrook, like I get why he deserves it. But I mean, like, because he did the triple double thing, but I don't know. I think there's other guys like Bradley Beal, average like 27 a game after John Wall got hurt.
Bradley Beal's really
But
good, man.
I do
gotta
also
get into a better situation.
I do understand why people didn't want guys who didn't make the playoffs on the team. I thought when people started talking about like, oh, LaMarcus Aldridge should be on an All NBA team over LeBron, like it was getting a bit out of hand. But yeah, I mean, I would say LeBron's probably the only guy who should ever be on an All NBA team without making the playoffs because, like, he's still probably giving you like 27, 28 points a game and like 7 and 8. So
28, 8, and 8.
Is that what he got this year?
I think he had 27, 8, and 8.
Well, that's pretty impressive, honestly.
Not as impressive as 28, though.
Shut.
Yeah, I agree. All right, let's go to the finals, man. Let's talk about the finals.
Let's talk about Danny Green. Will his finals pass be too good for him to continue the slump, or is the slump too strong? It's a really strong slump right now. Like, you really can't do anything. He's had 2 0
The thing is just that shooters do go through slumps, man. Like, that's the thing. Like,
Clay is master
happening
slump.
at a really bad time.
Master
like
slump.
Maybe like at the beginning of the game, like while they're playing, like Clay will shoot and Danny Green will foul him, but their fingers will touch, and like the slump will be transferred. And then like Danny Green will just become a god and just hit like 9 threes in a quarter, and Clay won't be able to hit a shot the whole series. Who knows?
I mean, he's good in the finals.
I'm definitely I definitely want to see the Warriors lose, but I hope KD comes back because I don't think that the Warriors need KD. But if they lose without KD, then everyone's gonna be like, "We'll see you, bro. KD,
yeah, it's just gonna be an excuse.
Championship." But it's like if they win, I'd rather the Warriors win without Durant than lose without Durant, because like the debate, like the discourse, is just gonna be horrible. Like if I don't want to hear about how the team with like an MVP and 2 All-Stars and like one of the greatest offenses in history needed Kevin Durant when they were like obviously better against most teams.
I read today that he bought a house in New York and he's selling his house in Oakland. Like, it's literally done. It's literally done. He's selling people he can't make up his mind.
Nah, bro. I read today that he's also buying a house in Miami, and so is Kyrie.
Miami. Who would ever want to go to Miami? Their best player is Whiteside.
Nah, bro. In a year, he's off his contract. Dragic is off his terrible contract.
And then
We're
your
like
best
opening
player
up.
is Justice at point guard when he got
He's a
like
cr-
25,
he's
10, and
sick.
10.
Point guard Justice is nice. I can't even lie. Man, I remember when Miami put up like they were like when Gordon Hayward came to visit, and they put up all like the flags going up to the stadium with like Gordon Hayward's face on it with like Finals MVP or something on it.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
It's been a real rough year for Cole's favorite teams, man.
That's
Like
true.
he's team LeBron, and that didn't go well. And he's team Miami, which
Team Miami and their best player can't
Dude,
even play in the
Miami
fourth
didn't-
quarter.
Whiteside.
We're
Whiteside
rebuilding.
Whiteside is not the best player.
Dude,
be honest.
Cole, they would literally rather play Bam than their best player in the fourth quarter.
Whiteside's really bad, dude. He's really, really bad.
You know, it's funny because like Whiteside just has like barely enough like 20 games to like keep himself like in the NBA, but he has one every like 2 weeks, and the rest of the games he's dropping a solid 8 and 6.
Anyway, Miami's probably gonna
Anyway,
make the
Josh
finals
Richardson
next
is the
year.
best player on that team, by the way. Josh Richardson is the
Josh
best player.
Richardson is a bum. Is Deion Waiters still on that team?
Yeah, he's horrible, man. I thought he was gonna be good, but not.
He's just fat. He hasn't not kept in shape at all.
Man, he
They
was
call him-
he
they
was
say he spells his
insane for
names
that
like-
2 weeks that he was good.
He had like his own little version of Linsanity.
He kind of did, yeah. You're right. But Jeremy Lin is a lot better than him, just on the average.
Yeah, Jeremy Lin is good for like tanking teams.
I don't cringe when
I
Jeremy Lin
hope
is on the court.
I hope Jeremy Lin drops like 31 game in the finals.
In garbage time.
Like they just like Fred VanVleet just gets like a sprained like ankle or something, or like a torn and they has to like come out for one game. So they put Jeremy Lin in, and he just drops like 30 on Steph's head, and they win the game.
That would be amazing.
Bro, do you understand? Like Markham would be like rioting.
Dude,
Did you guys
they're
know that
opening a Jurassic
Jeremy-
Park in Brampton and Mississauga.
Jeez,
Do you want to go to
start
Brampton Jurassic Park?
I never want to do anything less in my life than go to a Brampton Jurassic Park. Not only is it farther than just going to like the regular Jurassic, I think, but it's in Brampton. But anyway, yeah. What I was gonna say was, in the finals. Oh no, I wasn't gonna say that. What I was gonna say is, did you guys know that Jeremy Lin spoke at a church in Markham? Yeah, 2 days ago.
Did he actually?
Yeah, it was like there was like thousands of people there.
The lady I worked beside went.
I
was her
didn't know
church.
that.
It was like Jesus coming to speak. They said,
Jesus.
like all these people flocked to this church to watch this guy talk.
I would do it.
You would do it if DeLon Wright came.
If DeLon Wright came, I would be like, oh my god, God is here. God himself.
DeLon Wright is a below average NBA player.
Bro, you're just mad because he's a walking triple-double and LeBron can only get 8 and 8.
Since when is a triple-double 6, 2, and 2? Like, that's what DeLon Wright gets you, okay?
Bro,
I
DeLon
don't know,
Wright
I'm
is the
gonna
first
6, 2,
player
and
in
2.
Grizzlies history to get 2 consecutive triple-doubles.
Okay, probably against like Phoenix, bro. Like,
Bro, LeBron couldn't even beat Phoenix. What are you talking about? LeBron literally couldn't beat Phoenix.
Wait, let's read DeLon Wright's last 4 games. Okay, last 4 games of the season. All right, 26, 14, and 10, 20, 12, and 13, 15, 2, and 9, 13, 11, and 11. And he played Dallas twice, Detroit, and Golden State. That's 2 playoff
Yeah,
games.
Cole. Meanwhile, LeBron literally couldn't beat like the Knicks and then Phoenix and then like all these garbage teams consecutively. He literally couldn't do it. And you want to talk to me about freaking DeLon probably did it against Phoenix. Golden State, the Golden State Warriors. The Golden State Warriors. They're in the finals right now, Cole.
In the month of
Where's
in the month
LeBron?
of April, in the month of April, DeLon Wright averaged 17 points, 9 rebounds, 9.4 assists, shot, and where's the steals? And 1.4 steals. That doesn't sound like a below average NBA player to me.
You know what LeBron averaged in that month?
Let's
15
look.
losses.
I'm gonna go look. 15 losses a game?
15 losses a month.
In the month? Oh, LeBron. Oh, because they sat LeBron. So technically, LeBron averaged 0 points, 0 assists, and 0 rebounds in April.
Cool. What do you even have to
This
say about that?
podcast is made to insinuate hate.
It's made to insinuate love about DeLon Wright, and you just had to come in with all your negativity, talking about LeBron all the time. LeBron's a bum, washed up old man.
All right, let's play a game, okay? Who would you rather have on your team? Game 7 NBA Finals.
DeLon is 10 years younger.
Okay, so the first one we're going to do is LeBron James versus Myers Leonard. Artin, let's hear it for you.
Well, the thing is, I like consistency, which is why one of the reasons that I like DeLon Wright. And Myers Leonard had one good game, and that's it. So I'll go with LeBron for the consistency reason.
Okay.
But Myers
That's
Leonard
it.
overall is probably a better player. He's just
Is
not.
this
He's just
podcast
not
done?
consistent
Like,
enough.
is this the last episode? Like, is no one watching after this?
No one's
Okay,
watching anyway.
Let's look up Myers Leonard's playoff stats versus LeBron's this year.
My chest is getting
You're right.
ripped out right now. I'm in
Myers
so much pain.
averaged 5.9 points, 3.8 rebounds, and 1.2 assists on 54% shooting in the playoffs.
I'm in so I can't.
Can you search up
LeBron
LeBron's
James's-
playoff stats? Would you
I
mind searching up
spit water
LeBron's
all
playoff
over
stats?
my keyboard. Why?
Oh, it's weird. There's no playoff stats here.
What? Oh, because
LeBron-
Myers Leonard was able to carry his team to the playoffs, but LeBron wasn't.
Myers Leonard is a backup. He's not. He plays after Zach Collins.
Yeah, and he still
Okay.
had better averages in the playoffs than LeBron. So what do you have to
let's
say
go,
for
let's go.
yourself?
Hold on. Let's go to someone else. Okay. LeBron James
Can't be asked.
or let's look up someone.
Can you repeat what the
I got one.
situation was?
Who would you rather
Don't
take?
repeat it.
LeBron or C.J. Miles?
Well, CJ Miles was consistently horrible, but he was
let's
still
look.
getting more than 0 points a game in the playoffs, like LeBron was.
No,
Right.
he was also getting 0 points a game. He didn't make the playoffs. However,
But he was at one point on a playoff team this year, and LeBron was not.
well, actually, I'd like to bring up a different point. So, for what's the most important shot in the NBA right now?
The 3-point shot, I would have to.
Okay.
I would have to say.
LeBron James averaged his percentage from 3 this year was .339. CJ Miles, his 3-point percentage this year was 3.364. So you guys can take that into account when you're thinking about that. They took almost the exact amount of the same threes a game.
I know who the Houston Rockets would take.
I choose the guy that went 28, 8, and 8.
He actually only averaged 27.4 points a game this year.
I told you it's 27.
Oh my god!
Who rounds 4 up, Cole? Who does that? Only a LeBron fan.
So yeah, this podcast is actually only directed toward people that are 5'7" from Markham and are Macedonian. At this point,
Does he listen?
no,
Oh,
he doesn't
okay.
have the attention span for that.
Yeah, Cole's talking
But I'm
about,
just
we're
saying-
gonna lose viewers.
Okay,
We don't have viewers.
you just get to talk. All right, let's talk about this year. Okay, let's talk about this year.
This year's playoffs,
Another-
exactly.
Okay, would you rather take LeBron James or Tony Snell? Tony Snell plays for the Bucks.
Well, he doesn't
In the
play.
playoffs. in the playoffs.
Well,
He
Tony Snell
averaged-
has more playoff experience this season than LeBron does, so for that reason, I would have to choose Tony Snell.
Yeah. Hold up. Let's look
He's
at Tony
also the
Snell's
only player to
playoff
get like
averages this
0
year.
in every stat or something like that at one point.
LeBron has never done that.
Yeah, exactly. Well, no, that just
Okay.
shows that he's a no-nonsense player. You know?
Okay, so Tony Snell's points per game in the playoffs 0.6.
That's higher than
0.6 better
LeBron's.
than 0.6 better than LeBron. Tony Snell also averaged 0.2 rebounds and 0.1 blocks.
0.2
Those
more
are
than
both
LeBron,
higher than-
0.1 more than LeBron.
Let's go look at LeBron's playoff stats. They're still not here. I thought I had to maybe refreshing the page, but you know, Cole.
Maybe it's a glitch. Maybe it's a glitch.
Cole, can you check on yours if LeBron has any playoff stats?
I think I'm gonna head out.
Okay, now we're gonna do a career comparison. Okay, James Jones versus LeBron. They both made the same amount of NBA finals, but James Jones has never been the sole reason that a team lost like LeBron in 2011. So, who would you take for a career, James Jones or LeBron?
James Jones doesn't have a fatal weakness like 2011 LeBron.
I agree.
Cole, what do you think of that?
All this is going through one ear and out the other. I'm not.
We've broken him.
My heart hurts. I can't.
See, but only you would be mad at this. No one else would be mad. No one else would be mad if I said Tony Snell is better than LeBron.
Put that in Shannon Sharp's comments right now.
I will go do that right now. Tony Snell averaged 0.6 points, 0.2 rebounds, and 0.1 blocks more than LeBron this playoffs. Explain that. At Shannon Sharp.
If
Sent.
he mentioned that, I would literally cry. Like imagine he just happened to see that, and like he talked about it the next day.
If I'd probably wake up to getting blocked tomorrow, but you know, that's what happens. All right,
Cool.
I think we're done then, right?
Cole, what do you think of Skip Bayless's comments on number 2?
As far as like the grade of how he played, or what?
Just in general over the entire playoffs?
Well, obviously they're skewed because he said because of what happened in San Antonio, everything's like messed up. But I think in terms of, I don't know, in terms of like his offensive ability, what he said was like kind of true. Like he's not, I don't know.
I think it's BS. You can criticize him, but like the way he criticizes him is dumb. Like, oh, he can't take over. Like he took over so many times.
He literally takes over.
He'll just pick like a random like period of time. Where
No, because you look at the offensive numbers, and he went 1 for 8, like from the 3-point line. And
bro, Kobe Bryant went 6 for 24 in a Game 7 of an NBA Finals. Like no one cares. He won the game.
yeah, that's fair. That was.
Like I'm not against criticizing players, like even if I like them, but like there's like you can criticize his playmaking, you can criticize his like inability to do other things, but like to be like between 4:36 and 3:21 of the fourth quarter, he took no shots. What is this guy doing? It's like you're just nitpicking. Like you're not actually making a broader you're not making a broader statement on why you don't like him. It's just like lazy and kind of boring.
Okay, you know what? We should get back on track. Let's go back to the finals for a little bit longer before we leave. I want to talk about coaching. Right? Nick Nurse did a really good job of exposing Giannis.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything like that he can expose on the Warriors?
You gotta take a blueprint of the Cavs book. Just be super physical and hone in on Steph Curry on defense, on offense. That's the key. You
I
have
think
to be
Steph's
super
really
physical with
improved
Steph
on
and Clay.
defense since then.
He still can't guard Siakam or Kawhi. He's just not big enough, right? So that's what I would do. I would just continually attack him, and then like without KD there, like there's more of a finesse team, so you can just consistently attack them, which I think is probably the move.
Who do you think is going to be the most important player in this series?
Well, I mean, like the cool conceptual answer is KD, but I think of the guys who are actually playing, like all the games, I think it's probably Draymond Green. Like, because if Draymond Green isn't hitting his threes, right, then you don't have to guard him, and if you don't have to guard him, then you can paint more, or you can also have other guys chasing. You don't have to. You can trap Steph off the pick and roll. There's just other stuff you can do. Like everything opens up more if Draymond isn't hitting his threes. When he starts hitting his threes, they're like basically an unstoppable offense, and you have to get into a shootout with him, which nobody can beat them in. So I would say Draymond Green, like his play matters a lot because when he's not playing as well, he's not as the team just the offense isn't as deadly.
Cool. What do you think?
I'll say Clay. Based on his streakiness, I think Draymond Green, his play, like even he's an effort guy. Like even if like he's not going to give you the best in terms of 3-point percentage, he's going to give it his all on the defensive end. He's going to get in guys' faces and he's going to create. He's going to be aggressive regardless, and I think that's like less of an importance compared to Klay Thompson with his streakiness on the 3-point end.
Yeah, if Clay's not hitting his shots, then this is a series. I think the thing about this series is that the Raptors, the Warriors are going to have to lose the series. It's not the Raptors are just going to beat them. They're going to have to play to a level where like they're just not as good, and they have a lot of guys who like are just like you can't guard them. So you have to pray for is that it becomes the Kevin Durant show by force because the other guys aren't hitting their shots. So that's just because like the schemes are now super ISO-y.
So you talked about the Kevin Durant show. What's your plan if KD doesn't come back?
You gotta play as close to possible as the Cavs did in 2016. Like that's the blueprint. You play super physical. You isolate Steph on offense, and they are continually uncomfortable because once that team starts getting in their rhythm, you will not win. Like that's just it. You just won't beat them. They'll blow you up by 40 points, or if you're up 20, they'll beat you by 10.
All right, let's close it out with this. Cole, what's your final prediction?
I'm gonna say Warriors in 6. So Raps win game 1 and game 5.
Give me Warriors in 7. I think it goes 1-1, 2-2, and then both teams win at home, and then the Warriors take it in the end.
I'm taking Warriors in 6. I think Raps will win at least one home game, and I think they'll just like surprise them and win an away game. But that's it. Nothing else.
Yeah, I can see that.
Who
All right,
knows?
well
Maybe
that should
Steph
wrap it
Curry
up.
dies.
Why would you say that?
All right, let's move on to hot takes. I'll start. Steph Curry will die.
Jesus Christ!
He will not be able to play the finals. I actually really like Steph. I would be very, very sad if he died. I'm a big Steph fan. But
that is a spicy hot take.
yeah,
I'm gonna go with.
He'll be unable to play in the finals.
Oh, thanks for clearing that up. I thought he was gonna die, but still play.
No, I just mean I didn't specify a time, right? It's not a hot take if I just said he's gonna die at some point. So.
Okay. I'm gonna go. My hot take is that Jeremy Lin will score 30 points in a game.
Which game? Choose a game.
Game 5.
All right. Cole, what you got?
DeMarcus Cousins comes back to play one game, scores 15 points in the first quarter, and then blows out his knee because he's fat.
Oh, don't cry again.
Again.
That would be real rough. All right, I guess that's it. Thank you for
I mean, we got
listening.
kind of off topic, but I think this was pretty entertaining, honestly.
This was like no structure to this. I feel like we're
Oh,
all
whatever.
kind of distracted today.
I was playing
Whatever.
Apex Legends, and that game is so bad.
Yeah,
It
we could hear
sucks.
your damn keyboard.
I like Apex. I was playing it today. I
I
played
was like,
almost
maybe
every day.
maybe I'll give Apex a try. Fucking everyone on there has like 1,000 kills, max level, because no one new is playing the game. Apparently, the revenue's down 75%.
Wow.
I mean, you're also playing on PC, and like it's a casual game, so I'm not like there's not that many PC guys, and everyone who's playing on PC cares a lot. There's a big variance on console. Maybe you should just do that.
Controllers suck.
Whatever, bro. It's still more fun when you're not getting lasered every time.
Yeah, but what about when you're the one lasering?
Well, then you're good at the game. Bro, listen, if I can get 8 kills in a shooter, FPS shooter, then you can too. Especially Cole, because Cole's been playing them for a long time.
I can get 8 kills in a Fortnite match. I just didn't give it a chance.
Yo, Cole, I'd say hop on Rocket League. I'd say hop on Rocket League, but I'm probably gonna go to bed now.
Okay.
But you already know that Siakam Water FC continues.
Wait,
Of course,
did we end the podcast?
I don't know. Did you?
Thank you for listening. We'll be back probably when the finals are done.
Free agency.
Maybe, I don't know. Are we gonna do it in
Draft.
December? Who knows?
Draft.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff to do.
No,
We
we got a
can
lot of
talk
stuff
about
we
how
can
Adam-
do.
We can talk about how Adam Silver wants to create like the FA Cup for the NBA.
I like Adam Silver, man.
Yeah,
I
he's
feel
okay.
like he's really trying.
All right, well, we gotta go. We'll talk about that next time.
All right, that's it. Thank you for listening. See you soon. Probably not. Goodbye.
Bye bye.